These babes ain't basic, they summon to scream.
In heels or in hexes, they haunt every dream.
In heels or in hexes, they haunt every dream.
Non-binary ghouls. Today, we are going to talk about our ghostly experiences.
Goosely.
Ooh.
Not honk goose, but a spoopy goose. Well, let's be honest, goose are terrifying.
Yes, they are.
Them's the devil's work.
Yes. So, welcome back to Babes, Banshees, and Ghouls.
Yay!
We are now on number 8, I believe.
This is episode 8. Yes, because episode 7, I am totally not still editing at all, and I am definitely on top of it.
We're not totally procrastinating at all.
I would never procrastinate. I have never procrastinated a day. I procrastinated doing this today, and I got a full night's sleep.
Fair.
Because we actually changed days. So,
due to unfortunate circumstances, we had to change our recording day to the next day, which is totally fine because we were just not having it yesterday.
well, because yours was definitely unfortunate
devastation.
circumstances. My dad, yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday, Papito. You are now 63 years old and 63 years of just being a pain in everyone's ass. But I love you, Dad.
Happy birthday, James.
It's not like he watches this. I told him about it, and he's like, okay, that's cool. Are you coming over to clean my house? All right, cool, Dad. Love you.
Yeah.
uh,
So, if you guys would like to send us an email at babesandbanshees.com at gmail.com, I'm awake. So if you want to send us an email of ghost stories, Karen stories, or both, go ahead and send it to us in our emails, and we will go through and pick a spoopy one and a funny Karen one. Go ahead and pause this so you can get some coffee. Okay, now that we have our coffee situated, taken care of, ma'am.
oh, I got my Santa cup. Today, not on theme, but it's an ideal size. It is ideal size for coffee.
Mine's bigger.
Yours is bigger. Hey.
Hey.
But ideal size for coffee, and I love how the cup sits, like very comfortable mug. I just don't like whatever's going on here, but it was a Christmas gift. That wasn't a Secret Santa thing. I don't know which one of us got it, but one of us ended up with it. Ideal mug. Not a Christmassy person, though.
No. You're more on the Halloween spoopy.
I am a Halloween spoopy.
Yes.
But
Anyway,
now that I got my coffee, everything is fine now. Everything is good in the world.
so go ahead and send us in those emails so we can have some ghost stories and Karen stories.
I know that we have a couple people we're pending on for some spoopy stories.
Yes.
And one for a good Karen story, but I also understand with, like, longer, because one of them works 14 hours a day,
Ugh.
and I'm like, oh, God, yeah, no, like, I understand if you don't get there, like,
Yeah,
I understand.
we get it. We've been in the same boat as you, so take your time. Do not rush.
They make me feel like an ass, though, because they are way better at texting than I am.
Yes.
Which, by the way, if you shoot me a text, I'm so sorry. I have acknowledged it. I will reply. Eventually. But I do reply. If you want an immediate response.
Call.
Don't call me!
Or just sit there and blow her up until she finally responds. Because I have sent her a couple of TikToks that has called her out, and I'm not gonna lie, I've done it myself too, because I'll read the message, respond, and then go, why isn't she responding back? And I can still see my text still sitting in the bubble, and I'm like, oops.
I'm pretty sure me, you, and Brandy are all very guilty of pre-typing out the text message, thinking we're hitting send because the text bubble is shut, and then we just move on with our day, and then we're like, I haven't heard from them in like a week.
Or I haven't heard from them in a couple of hours, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh crap. Yeah, so it's called her out a couple of times, and honestly, I found those ones funny, though, because it was like, me, why haven't you messaged? You, I thought I messaged you back. Looks at phone. I forgot to hit send.
I forgot. I'm so, which I think is the worst part because we have, obviously we have the podcast. We're in the beginning stages of opening up a cleaning service and stuff like that. So like, we're definitely like full blown business partners.
Yes.
So like that open communication is important, but one of us is really bad about hitting send because I'm over here like I'm gonna listen to my books and play Stardew Valley.
Yes.
Really books.
Right.
So good.
I've been listening to Distractible.
Distractible is definitely one of my favorites.
Oh my god. Bob Wade and Markiplier are just all freaking hilarious. Like, Mark is funny by himself, Wade is funny by himself, and Bob is funny by himself. You get all three of them together. Like, I was losing my shit when I was listening to the Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, dude, that one was hilarious.
So hilarious. That's the day that I found that cassette tape.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, okay, I don't really want to listen to TikTok because of me cleaning my living room. Then I have to stop so I can, swipe up to go to the next video. I was like, what can I listen to? Then I was like, you know what? First I listened to my friend's song.
Yeah.
That I pointed out to you that was the wrong song, and eventually I will get it to work to where you can hear it.
Also, hope you guys are enjoying the new intro and the new outro, and I will also be posting their Spotify code and everything else like that, so that way we can all have wonderful views of that. But
he is also going to be sending us others, so we're going to give this one a test try to see if we like it as our intro and outro.
Yes.
But he will be sending us others, so thank you again, Chris, for doing that for us.
Yes, thank you.
Really appreciate it.
On the distractible note, though, always makes me laugh because it is just proven now that if you get a group of 3 friends together,
oh god,
it's the same group.
Yes.
Because like me, Kyle, and Tony, it is the same group. Me, you, and Brandy,
same group.
Oh my god, I'm a hyperfixation friend, aren't I?
Yeah, we both are.
Good god.
But also, while I was on TikTok, I did send you a funny one of the Game Grumps where they were acting like babies.
Oh yeah, from their the Grumps, because they've got the Game Grumps and then they've got the Grumps page, which is like their 10-minute power hour.
Yeah.
Which, like, I absolutely love. I think that is the funniest thing.
Yeah. Aaron was laying on the floor playing with that water bubble that had the fishies.
Mama!
Yep.
Oh wait, I need to keep it down a little bit. I'm so sorry, Tony.
Fuck Tony. No, I'm kidding. we love you, Tony. But no, he was laying on the floor playing with the fishies, and the other one was like, "This is the boss," and he's like, "Yeah. By the way, you're fired. Plays with fish."
Yeah, it's just so funny because it's like, could you imagine that being like? I feel like that would be such a healthy work dynamic.
It would be.
Because like you're a fun boss, and but you can also tell that he's one of those of like, this is still a business.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how we are.
There we go.
Hello.
It was sitting on your cord.
Rude. And that's kind of how we are too. Is yeah, we're doing this together, but we're practically our own bosses.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we try and do it between your work schedule, my work schedule, you dealing with your dad, me taking care of my family.
Yeah.
Or you take care of your family, I take care of my family. So we're doing this, it's like, hey, I'm off on these days, or I get off at this time, and that's why we always would do
hey,
Thursday.
this came up, and one of us, because, for reference, normally we record on Thursdays, and normally when we record, we usually meet up about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Depending if I stop and get Native Son in the process.
Depends on if you go and get Native Son.
Because honestly, their food is amazing. And honestly, I did talk to Michelle yesterday. The gal who runs Native Son with the guy. I told her that in our episode that has not yet been posted, we again apologize about that, guys. Stuff did come up.
It'll be posted before this one does, so like. Again, apologies.
We will probably have our last episode posted probably today or tomorrow, depending.
So, because normally I usually try and get everything edited and ready to be posted, and usually it gets posted by Tuesday.
Yeah. Because you give it to me on Monday, we go through it and we write down timestamps and figure out if we need to put up trigger warnings, cut anything out, and stuff like that.
Because usually Mondays I'm going. So Monday, I get off work at 10 o'clock, but I have to stay up that whole night because then on Tuesday and Wednesday I work graveyards. And so that's why on Thursdays we usually end up recording, because then I have to reset my sleep schedule on Thursdays. So like I'll take a short nap so that way I'm not like completely zombified, but that gives her time because she's also at work until about 2. But then this past week my work schedule got changed around without telling me again.
That's okay, mine got changed around again too.
Oh joy. Oh yeah, because you work?
I'm going to be working Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday into Sunday.
Are you serious?
Because they're having me work a partial graveyard on Saturday night instead of me having that day off. I'll get Sunday off, which is fine because that would be my stepson's birthday.
That's fair. Like, at least you get to spend his birthday with him, but like...
And then my birthday is the day after.
Yeah, because your birthday's...
Monday.
Monday.
Next Monday.
So, happy birthday day! Make sure for birthday comments there are... Why are there so many birthdays in... Like, why are most of my friends' birthdays are either in February or August?
Because you like people who are born in February and August.
Because you're a Scorpio?
I'm a Leo.
Leo.
Me and my stepson are Leos.
Okay.
Scorpios in October.
Oh, okay. So Tony is the outlier, because Tony is a Scorpio.
Yes.
Yes. My anniversary is also a Scorpio. Spoop anniversary.
So my anniversary is a Leo, and then my other one is in December.
Hello.
Hello.
DoorDash. I didn't DoorDash anything.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks, it will be my birthday.
Yeah, so make sure to send some birthday love. But yeah, okay, so apparently I just get along really well with Aquarius and Leo, because Brandy's an Aquarius.
I'm
Kyle's
Leo.
an Aquarius. You're a Leo. My dad's a Leo. We got along. My dad used to be one of my best friends. But,
Yeah.
you know, there definitely was some dynamic changes.
Yeah. Due to unfortunate circumstances.
Back-to-back unfortunate circumstances.
Yes.
And he went from delightful to being an ass.
Oh, yeah, big time.
But, no, and so it's just kind of funny how things work out that way. Because, like, I know a lot of people are, like, for reference, by the way, I'm an Aries. I'm pretty sure that's literally the most obvious thing I've ever stated, though.
And what's funny is my husband is a Virgo.
He's a Virgo?
He's a Virgo.
Oh.
Because he's in September. Like the beginning part of September.
Huh.
Because if you look up our zodiacs...
Now we're just going to be over here Googling.
If you look up zodiac signs... Signs...
Let's see. Oh, okay. So there we go.
So yeah, he's a Virgo, and then our anniversary is a Capricorn.
I love that. And then me and you, because we're Aries and Leo, are generally considered a highly compatible match in astrology. Both are fire signs. We bring passion, energy, we are self-starters, and we are pushers. Which makes sense. I know for a fact I am a pusher. I'm always like, I know you can be better and do better. So let me help you. Or, you know, like, do those things. Or, like, here's an entire arraignment of
our joy and everything else. Of who we are as one.
Lovely.
But no, like, we match well for our energy. Because it's like, you're kind of I mean, we're both inverted people. Like, we prefer not to go outside or go do anything. But
Yeah.
it's like, when we need to, it's like, let's go. And then we're like off on, like, even if we don't, like, go, if we go to, you know, your favorite place, Walmart, even if we don't really buy anything or get anything, we're always just touching stuff.
But also, like, me and you, I've noticed, we sit there and brainstorm a lot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny looking back at it because, so my mom used to always say that I was always, like, scheming. She's like, you're scheming something. And I'm like, no, I'm making plans. And, like, I feel like I'm a conspiracy theorist with, like, making plans because I've got, like, billboard. Well, I used to have, like, you remember that?
Oh, God, yes, you're
I had
giant.
a cork board, and I would write my ideas of what I was wanting to do and the steps to get to what I wanted to do, and I would lay them out. And then
And I do remember the funniest one was you were talking about starting a podcast.
because, like, I had that when I was, 17, 18? Yeah, it was when 15. I was 17, because when I had first moved out, I had put it up in my living room. And red strings were connected to my plans that had failed, so that way I knew what to do better next time. The blue strings were pending, and the green strings are where I had succeeded. So, oh my god, I did look like a psychopath. Oh my god.
You're just not realizing that?
Oh, good Christ.
Now you see why your mom was a little concerned about you.
Now she's over here. Like, I'm over here like, that's not concerning behavior. I am a planner. Meanwhile, I've got a whole notebook of, like, just, like, I shit you not, it is just half chunks of ideas and just doodles. Oh my god, that is not helping. Side note, I looked up the...
You got it?
Oh my god. My abs are so sore.
You've been working out.
Vigorously. But I looked up the compatible,
compatibility?
Yes, thank you, compatibility.
Normally it's the other way around.
Compatible.
Well, compatible.
I live my life as compatible. I mean, that,
Wait,
throw hands, cool, it's Wednesday.
Today is Friday. Babs. Today is Friday.
Time is not a real concept, and I refuse to oblige by it. Unless it's a work schedule, because I have to, because we live in a capitalistic hellscape when I should be living my life as a hobbit.
Fair. I mean, my feet are already halfway there. My husband calls them hobo feet because they're always black, but it's also because of my shoes.
I already got hobbit feet. Oh wait, nope, we don't get that shit for free.
No.
You gotta pay for that.
$20.
I got hobbit feet, but I also... Because, like, they're skinny at the heel, but then they get fat by my toes.
Tootsie.
And I got little sausage toes.
I do too.
Wait, it's matching sausage bead.
Other than my nails that aren't painted.
No, I have a painted.
On both toes. Or on both feet.
Oh! I need to redo my nails. But anyway, so I looked up the compatibility between Aries and Aquarius, because Kyle's an Aquarius, so I'm like, ooh, curiosity. My ex-husband was an Aquarius. Here's the stupid part. Their birthdays are one day apart.
Oh, fuck.
They are both tall, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes.
And skitty.
Yeah, and of course tall and skinny. Like, it's so funny because I swear the universe was yelling at me, you were that close to getting it right.
Yeah.
But, because, like, and it's funny because the same goes with his previous as well, because, we have a lot of, like, our birthdays aren't close together like that,
right.
But we have a lot of the same favorite things. But we like incompatible, compatible characters.
Right.
Not compatible, compatible. So, like, we both have the same favorite anime, which is My Hero Academia.
Yes.
I love that shit. My favorite character is Deku, because I, too, am also a green-haired crybaby. And,
especially when it comes to, like, really anything that just makes you randomly sob, like, oh my god.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
And of course I'm freaking out thinking I need to beat somebody up or somebody died.
And anyway, I just seen a video of a pug in a really tiny sweater. I got 3 of those today. Side note, really wish we still had the pug, the bones or no bones, because I really need to know if it's a bones or no bones day. Like that, I just need to know which kind of day we're having. I mean, to be fair though, Zelda's getting at the age where it's bones, no bones, and let's be honest, she a tired baby today.
Yeah, she has a tired baby.
But
She
also-
was excited to see Auntie, but then I was like, I got my loves, I'm done, leave me alone.
Yeah, she got her lovin', and then she curled up on the couch and demanded to be covered up. So I'm assuming it's a no bones day. Because also Oswald was like, no, I'm gonna go get, like, he got his lovin's, and then he went right back to bed and went to sleep.
Yep. It's like, they got excited, they got their lovins, so they're like, okay, I'm done with you. And went
Yeah.
right back to bed. I was like, okay.
But
Love you guys
Ozzy will
too.
tuck himself into mine and Kyle's bed. So he'll lay up, he'll get up. He puts his arm around, because I sleep with two pillows, like an L shape, one for my head, one like a cuddle up to, I guess. But Ozzy will do the same thing and then like pull the blanket up over himself and go to sleep.
Bubble.
Oh
Yep,
my God,
it
we're
is.
having-
ADHD brain right there.
We both got full amounts of sleep. We are not tired.
We don't have enough caffeine in us to be doing this right now. But
We're
that's
fucking
okay.
Trucking through. Oh.
I mean, mine don't say ho ho ho. Mine says psycho on it.
Oh, it does say Psycho. Oh, that's cute. Did Ty get it?
Custom made too.
Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
And it's rose gold.
Ooh, you can never go wrong with that.
Right? I mean,
Not that I'm a fan of rose gold.
right? But his favorite thing that happened with my cup, though, was the lid. I washed it in the dishwasher,
Uh-huh.
and it completely, like, it's not broken.
Yeah.
It's cracked.
That does look really cool.
And it made it look so cool.
It does.
Other
I'm here
than I
for
did kind of break it, the thing. So this was clear as well until I broke the bottom part because it's got clippies.
Ow.
Quit choking on my dick. You didn't even call me daddy yet.
Daddy, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so the clips
Yeah.
ended up breaking and it cracked that part.
Oh, okay.
So he decided that he was gonna take it off of his that he don't use anymore, and he stuck it on there when he decided to be nice and bring me coffee one day in this, and I was like, whoa, coffee. And yeah.
Aw, I love that. That's so sweet.
Plus that part would not stay open, so I would have to jam like a toothpick or something in it.
Yeah.
And break it off to where it would hold that lid open, because anytime I'd go take a drink, it would close. And it's like, give me my coffee.
Stop trying to tease me while I'm dead.
And then it would just barely give me like a couple drips. I'm like, I need my coffee.
Dude.
But also, side note, this is us early in the morning when our ADHD is at full force.
What do you mean, side note? So far, the first 23 minutes of this has been a side note.
Fair. That is fair, because I didn't even get to tell him that we have a deep dive.
If we do have a deep dive, we're still in the intro, folks, boys and ghouls. Holy shit.
Anyway, but yes, we do have a deep dive that we will get into, because it will continue to ruin your childhood, because it is,
My face is wet?
did I miss?
Hold on. Like, I touched my face, and from here to here is wet. And I'm like, hello? Why are we wet? That didn't splurge. Hello? Hello? Oh, wait, no, because our kitchen sink is over that way. So, because I was like, was it something dripping from the ceiling? Why is my face wet?
Sorry, I missed.
Right on target. Anyway, but yes, we do have a deep dive, a continuation of Fuck Your Childhood.
Yes, because it is a continuation of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Hell yeah.
Only because it was long. And we didn't want this to be like 3-4. We didn't want our last episode to be like 3-4 hours long. So we decided that we were gonna cut it into 2 parts.
Yeah. Well, and I guess to be fair, we kind of did need to cut it into 2 parts. Because I will say, editing from like that hour mark to hour and a half, that's fine. But once it starts hitting 2 hours, I'm like, okay, if there's some stuff that sucks at the end of it, I'm sorry.
Right.
I put the outro in and I called it a day because so editing a 2-hour video takes me upwards of about 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
because you gotta add, take away, put in trigger warnings, put in, shout outs, whatever.
yeah, because like if I pull that up, I don't need that right now. So if I pull this up, you can already see. And viewers and listeners, you cannot see what I'm doing right now, but you can see like chunks where I put out every time there's like a blue dash. That's like trigger warnings, or editor notes, or things like that.
Right.
Like little bookmarks that I had put in. Can I fucking side scroll? Hello? Okay. I guess not. But
apparently, I don't want you to do your job.
yeah. And it's
Which
funny
is
because,
fine.
like, this is just editing the audio. With the software that we use, I have these options, layout, background, and design for the video. Like, I don't have an option to, like, clean it up or, like, things like that. And, because, like, I have tried a couple of the editing softwares that people have suggested, because so far I had gotten suggested DaVinci and CapCut, but CapCut is a extremely tedious process. Like, it's not hard to edit in, but getting it exported to where we can actually get it posted places. And so, like, the first episode that we had actually posted was from CapCut. That took me 17 hours to get it edited, sent to the email, set up to be exported, get it exported, because those apparently had to be different processes.
Of course, because they don't want to make things easy for us right now. And we're poor. We can't afford the bougie editing software.
DaVinci, I will say that was a very easy editing process. It made everything like very streamlined. I was able to go through, clean up like the camera, make it look a little bit more fancy and bougie. Like, I was able to do multiple types of editing, and it had a streamlined process for exporting. The downfall is that it wanted me to pay for my own editing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to pay. I have already, I did the work. I am just using your program to get it from point A to point B.
Why would we want to pay for it?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I didn't want to pay for my... So, right now, we're using something that's completely free. We're using Riverside. Which, let's be honest, it has helped a lot with me being able to figure out how to edit the audio, get things cleaned up. I haven't quite figured out how to add sound effects, but, like, I really want to...
Honestly... But it's like we're still kind of learning everything at this point, too.
But also we're still kind of in that pending state. Part of why we're like, hey, send us stories. No matter what, like we said, you can be anonymous and things like that, is because right now we're kind of in that filler point of we haven't gotten a lot of stories. Which,
And we still have our own, but it's like we would like to hear from you guys, because it's like... I know everybody has dealt with a Karen at some point, and everybody has dealt with a ghostly experience.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, for example, when we were working at the bar.
Yeah.
One of the bartenders that we used to work with, rest in peace.
Yes.
She was kind of off and on about it.
Yeah.
And then when she worked her first closing shift...
Yeah, because she really wanted a closing shift, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if you want that. Like, you're going to be here very... Like, we always tried to kind of, like, me and you were very familiar with things that were going on around that area. But if you weren't super familiar with what would happen during a closing shift, we were kind of like, hey, I'm not sure you're quite, like, we weren't trying to, like, gatekeep funds or anything else like that, because,
And we didn't want to fully scare her from not wanting to work the closing shift.
that was the one and only closing shift she ever worked.
Yep. She was scheduled for multiple closing shifts, but that was the only one that she was willing to work, and then she ended up switching me because she could not.
Yeah.
She did love it, but at the same time, it scared the shit out of her.
Yeah, because I know that...
She told me the next day.
Oh, yeah, because she was covering my, me and Kyle's anniversary vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was my first and only vacation that I have taken.
Yep. So she really wanted to work your closing shifts, and then she ended up switching me because she told me later that she's like, I don't know how you two can do it and not be scared.
Yeah.
Because she watched the door next to the pool table where you flip the lights on and off.
Oh, yeah.
She saw that door open.
Yeah.
There were some balls on the pool table that randomly clanked.
Leave the balls on the table. That is the first thing you do as soon as you shut that door, is you clean off that pool table.
Yeah, she did not know that. But she saw that door open. She wasn't even anywhere near it.
Yeah.
But she saw that door open, the volume change on the jukebox, and then all of a sudden she heard the balls like clink together.
Mm-hmm.
And it scared the shit out of her. And she was like, I wanted to leave.
Well, and she was also... Because she had actually called me... Because that was our first night down there. Because we were gone for a full week. We took a full week off of work. Because it was going to be our 1 year anniversary. And so for our 1 year anniversary, he took me to go see Paramore, which was my first concert.
I saw the picture.
Yeah. So, like, my profile picture anywhere is the photo of me and Kyle at Paramore. And I had such a good time. But it was the night before the Paramore concert. And, which, by the way, Haley is so ethereal. Seeing her, like, actually there, she's so ethereal. I love her so much. But she gave me a call, and she's like, hey, things are moving. And I'm like, yeah. And kind of like trying to process that she's like very thrown off.
Mm-hmm. She's only worked morning shift. She's never worked the closing shift. So she had no idea that stuff would be moving on its own.
Yeah, because she was like, well, the first thing that I did was break down my till. And I'm like, no. That's the last thing you do. And she's like, what? And I was like, the last thing you do is you break down your till. The first thing that you do is you make sure your pool table is completely cleared off. Mm-hmm. She didn't tell me about the pool cues clinging together until like 2 months later. Mm-hmm. So I told her the list of how things should be broken down. I was like, yes, you go through, you clear off your pool table, you shut off your jukebox, you make sure the back door is locked, you open up that the door for your breakers to make sure the lights get shut off, you clear off your bar,
you open the bathroom doors, or you prop open the bathroom doors.
Yeah.
And then you make sure all of your dishes are done and put away. You make sure your bar is wiped down and clean. You make sure you you burn the ice in the ice bin.
And I told her, I was like, because she was like in the middle of everything going on, and like I'm being nonchalant about it because like this is something that I've done.
We've done
for
it
the past 4 years at that. I think it was 4 years at that point because I had left there shortly after.
No, it was 2 years because I was there for 2 years.
Oh, wait, no, because you were there a year longer than me. So, yeah, it would have been the 2 year mark for me and the 3 year mark for you.
Going to be 3 year mark for me.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
But,
so, yeah, she was all excited. And then, yeah, when that stuff started happening, she never worked a closing shift ever again after that. Because she was even wondering, like, how we are able to do that and not be scared. And it's like...
Well, and I even told her, I was like, usually what I would do is I would put on a story for background noise, or I would will FaceTime either you or Kyle, depending on, you know, if the boys were there that week or not, or,
right.
You know. But I was like, yeah, I'll FaceTime someone or have my stories go on in the background. And I was like, but whatever you do, do not use headphones because they're not going to work, or they're going to get pulled out, or you're going to start feeling a little bit too paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Because headphones, apparently using headphones and like either the earbuds or the over ears like these ones, or the ones that she's using, anything like that, like they would get pulled out or they wouldn't work right, or but if you left them in and nothing was happening to them, you'd get this feeling like someone was glaring at you mad. So headphones just were not an option.
Nope.
And I think they just wanted to be able to hear what we were listening to, and it's like it's a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, and like I said in our very first episode, is I would always listen to, like, if I didn't have a TV on playing like Cartoon Network's Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Because that's Family Guy, American Dad, Rick and Morty, and stuff like that. If I didn't have a TV on, I would have like a Shane Dawson podcast, or I would listen to the music that I have saved, because voice play, oh my god, one of the guys there, he has like that very deep voice, and he played Oogie Boogie in that song. And at the end of it, he goes like so low, it sounds like the low gurgle growl.
Oh yeah.
It almost sounds like that. So you have to really listen to it. And I played it, or I was listening to that, and it went to that point where he was just, and all of a sudden I had something sitting next to the keg, and you can kind of see it move towards me, and I was like, I think they like that song, and so I played it again. And then they put it back. So apparently they liked that song, because, like, I'll have to play it for you, especially at that scene, because, oh my god.
Well,
because
it's so funny, because I would be able to figure out which one of my podcasts or my audiobooks I was listening to that they liked. Because if it was one they didn't like...
they would throw something on the floor.
Yeah, so something would get dropped, or I'd be too scared to walk past the bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it was, but like if I was doing something that they didn't like, going past the bathrooms was terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Especially because like they were like these black voids, like there was no light. There's no light.
If you turned off the light, it's like pitch black.
Yeah. And so like as soon as I closed, or if no one was in the bar, I wasn't going to the bathroom. I wouldn't. So anyway, that's a new thing.
That would be like the first thing I would do, is before everybody like piled out, I would go to the bathroom really quick. But when you work in the bar, you learn how to pee quick.
Oh, yeah.
So you're pretty much in, done, wash your hands, run out. Like it, because I had like someone actually timed me, because I was like, hold on, I'll be right back, I need to go to the bathroom. I come out in like less than 30 seconds, and they're like, did you even go? And I was like, you learn to pee quick when you're in a busy bar.
Well, and it's funny because they would time me with that. They timed how fast that I would eat. And they're like, how do you eat so fast? And I'm like, customer service. I was able to down an entire French dip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make it all up, everything else like that, the way that I like.
Oh, yeah.
Down the entire French dip and the Mac Bites. And I would get that down in about a minute and a half.
Yeah. And then us shotgunning ice.
Yeah.
We had those down in like 5 seconds.
How are we at least semi-okay?
Are we okay, though?
Bees?
I don't know if we are okay. Like, there's a lot wrong with us, to be honest.
A lot of it's trauma.
Yes.
The fun stuff. But
anyway. But no, because, she told me about all of that, because I was relieving her the next day, because she wanted even though she did the closing shift, she wanted my opening shift, and wanted me to do the rest of your closings while you were on your vacation with your spouse.
Yeah.
For your anniversary. She's like, switch me. I cannot. I'm like, okay. And so I asked her, like,
Are you sure you want to go in?
And it's like, are you sure you're okay? I can always go in for a little bit and then turn around and come back, at shift change. And she's like, nope, I'm okay. I'm like, okay. I go in and, you can tell she's tired because she only got like a couple hour nap.
Yeah.
But she was adamant about opening. So I was like, okay, not a problem. If you want to open, I'll let you open. I'll do the closing shift. I have no problem with that. And then that's when she told me that she saw the door open, the volume on the jukebox changed, the balls were clinking together, and then she thought she heard somebody go into the men's bathroom because, of course, you can't see past that wall unless you look at that mirror that's on the wall.
Again, this bar is shaped like a U.
Yeah. Or like a weird L.
Yeah, that's... Because it was... So, technically, all the places that we were able to access, like, it kind of went into a mostly circle, except for the office was here. So, like, it's kind of shaped like this. And right here, where, like, my palm is where the bar was. Pool table and stuff's here. Kitchen dining area. And then the kitchen and back office are back over here. So, like, you've kind of got this shape right here going on while you are there at work. But, so the women's bathroom was over on this side.
It was like right by the kitchen door.
Yeah, so it was right by the kitchen entrance, and then over on the other side, over by where the pool table is, so over in this spot. So the exact middle section was the men's bathroom. So, like, no matter what, you couldn't really see past that corner unless you were looking in the mirror, but I wouldn't look in the mirrors while working there.
I did a couple of times, but at the same time, I tried to avoid the mirrors because, especially when you're closing, because you could see really anything in those in any mirror at night, especially in a haunted place. Because watching YouTubers that I watch, they say that mirrors can be portals.
Yeah, they can be portals, but also there's...
But also depending on the entity as well. Like, it could be a good portal or it could be a bad portal.
Well, and you know how we were talking about clearing off the pool table, and because on the other side of the pool table, so like if you were to leave the men's room, you would see this big Budweiser mirror. And this Budweiser mirror was 6 foot long by 4 foot tall. So
honestly, it was a nice mirror.
Yeah, it's a beautiful mirror, but like it's huge. Because it was only, like, I think 6 inches shy of being the length of the pool table.
So it was almost as big as a pool table, but maybe a couple of inches off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so...
So, like, I was clearing off the pool table. I look up, and I see this shadow right behind me on the other side of the men's bathroom door. So, like, there's a shadow right behind me. And I turn around and I don't see anything. And then I look back in the mirror and it's right there. And I turn around, still not there. And I'm like, So, like, I hurry up, get everything all cleared up, pull the pool cues back. And when I, like, stand up straight and go to look and, like, start turning, I just glanced in the mirror and it had gone to the other side of me and started going toward, like, I seen it just kind of, like, going towards the back. And I was like, I'm just gonna not go back to that point anymore at all. Nope.
See, and that's kind of what I would do before I would close. So, because 1 o'clock is when you close the kitchen.
Yeah.
So pretty much at that point, I would go lock the back door. If people are playing pool, I'll let them finish playing pool. But if they're still balls, like, as soon as they're done and they walk away, I'll finish, like, if there's still balls on the table, even the cue ball, I will knock them all in and then, and everything. Then I'll go turn off the fryer and stuff in the kitchen, get me some water going so I could do up some dishes.
Yeah.
And then, wait until it's time to yell last call. And then, if people are already in the process of leaving, if it's like a half hour before, or like if it's very close to last call and I have nobody in there, I'll just go ahead and close up, because it's like I'm not going to expect anybody else to be coming in here or wanting to come in here for a last minute like beer or shot or whatever. Plus I don't want to have that argument with them of it's time to go.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm trying to go home. I'm not staying here until 3 o'clock in the morning because you feel like you're not close enough to a blackout.
Yeah. So
well, and it's kind of funny how we did things in different orders, but, like, the same time frame. Because about 1 o'clock, when the kitchen would shut down, I would bust out my kitchen dishes so that way they would be dry by 2, so that way I could just put them away.
But I would also do that.
Shut down.
Like, I would do that, too. It's like after I shut down the kitchen and get the water going so I could do up the dishes.
Yeah.
I'll get after I would go lock the back door, clear off the pool table if it needed clearing off. I would, make sure everybody's okay, refill drinks, whatever, cash out their tabs and stuff.
Yeah.
Then after that, I would go into the kitchen and do up the dishes really quick. So then, by the time that's done, I can come out and get started on my bar dishes or get the water going for my bar dishes. So that way, all I have to do is wash them, rinse them, sanitize them, get them stuck on there. So by the time I get done with everything and breaking down my till, when I come back up to grab my stuff and everything and shut off, lights and everything, I could just put them away because by the time I'm done, they're dry and I could just put them up.
And I will say, I think the thing that I miss the most is being able to schedule those things around with you.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, essentially me and you had control over how night shift was ran. So, we had it on the rotating weeks because we would go off of the weeks of, so if it was our week with the kiddos, then I would get Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off.
And I would work those days. And then the weeks that you didn't have the kiddos, you would have those days.
Yeah, and so, no matter what we were doing, we were rotating it to where we were both getting our full 40 hours, but still getting good days.
And then pool leagues, they would have one of us scheduled, and if we needed help, or
the other one was on call, essentially.
But if it was the week with the kiddos, I knew I couldn't call you, and would just suffer. Because it's I don't want to interrupt your time with the kiddos. But if it's if I'm getting too overwhelmed, be like, hey, I understand you have the kids, but I need help.
Yeah.
And then have you come in for an hour or so to help me at least get done with the pool leagues.
And just kind of get that all and not just that, but especially once, because the time frame of me working there, I went from being single to being a stepmom. So when I was single, I was no, work me, whatever, I don't give a shit. We can give her most of the hours or da-da-da-da, because, my rent's relatively cheap. I don't really have to worry about it too much. And so, I didn't have too many qualms about that. And then once I became a stepmom, I was oh, I actually have to plan this out. And so...
I was just saying, at that point, mine was old enough to take care of himself.
Yeah, because he was 18 when we started working together and 21 when shortly before I was all right, fuck y'all.
Yep.
Which I feel I was justified in and just outright quitting that job. There are aspects that I miss. I miss some of the regulars, but I miss the freedom of being able to bartend. But what I don't miss is going home every night and being am I gonna get fired for something? Did I fuck up on something? Am I getting fired? Because there's a whole joke on Bar Row that you've never fully worked for John unless you've been fired. And I'm one of 2 bartenders he's had that has never been fired.
Yep. Because everybody else has quit. Yep. Well, I wouldn't say I technically got fired by him. I got fired by the manager that he had.
Because, even just, a couple days later when he actually found out what happened, he was pissed and tried to get you back, but you're nah.
Well, he was too embarrassed to call me.
Yeah.
It took him over a year to call me to say that he wanted me back. Because he realized what she did. He found out what she did, and he was pissed, yes. But he didn't grow the cojones to call me and admit that what she did was wrong, and she shouldn't have fired me.
Well, and I had quit for 2 variable reasons. One of them being the fact that had a guy pull a gun on me, and then I wasn't allowed to 86 him. And not even just 86 him off of my shift, just couldn't 86 him in general.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah. But then a week after that situation happened, because I was you know what? Because it was 2 weeks after
the shooting.
Because there was a shooting at a bar that was 2 bars down from us. And I had also worked that night.
I just came to give her smokes and show her one of my plushies that my sister gave me.
And
the little baby Yoda.
So I didn't end up leaving the bar that night until about 5 because the whole block was shut down by cops, whole 9 yards like that. So like I didn't end up leaving until about 5 a.m.
Yeah. And John was confused of why you were there and why people were in there. Like, you weren't serving alcohol because 2 o'clock is the cutoff time. You were serving water and stuff like that. Like water and sodas. Like,
and just try, because essentially what they had done was the shooting happened, and the 2 bars next door, they were sending people who had been in the bar or anything else like that to these to be interrogated one by one, get the full story, see what's going on, while they're also chasing down the coward, because he gets caught and offs himself.
Nope.
That's a cowardice move.
Nope.
Or like he didn't get caught, but like they chased him down.
After he shot, he did kill 2 people. One of them was critically injured, but he survived the injuries, and he had the colonoscopy.
Colon back.
Yeah, he had the colon back for a while.
Yeah.
Because he had to learn how to walk again.
Yeah.
And because of where the bullet had hit him, he had to learn how to walk again. But he survived his injuries. 2 of them sadly did not. They ended up succumbing to their injuries. They thought he was still around Bar Row when they realized that he was in the next town over in an abandoned warehouse. So they ended up blowing the door off of its hinges just so they could get in there to get him. He did end up trying to commit suicide, ended up failing.
Yeah.
So they rushed him to the hospital where he did later succumb to his injuries.
Yeah. So, like, essentially he tried to take the coward's way.
Yeah, he tried committing...
Because before he had even gone down to Bar Row, he had already gotten the cops called on him because he tried shooting his... Was it his partner or his cousin? But he tried... Because he got kicked out of the bar, went home...
It was his girlfriend.
Yeah, tried shooting his girlfriend.
And she made it look like that he hit her, so she played dead. And then as soon as she saw that he was gone, she got up and called the cops, saying that he has a weapon and that he's
dangerous and he's going.
He shot at me, and I'm pretty sure he's going down to Bar Row to go shoot somebody else. And by the time they got there, it was too late. The damage was done.
Yeah, and so like I didn't end up leaving until about 5 a.m. at that point.
It's like, even though I just went in to get her smokes because she forgot to grab some before she went to work, and at this point she was a heavy smoker.
Yeah.
And of course, a couple of the people that were in there were pissing her off, so she was smoking like a chimney.
Yeah, and then, because all of that went down about, like, midnight, so...
Actually, no, it was like 10:30, 11, because that was about the time that I came in to give you the smokes, show you the Baby Yoda plushie, and I was in the process of leaving when I saw the red and blue lights flying down the street, and I was like, ooh, somebody's in trouble, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a smart ass about it, and I was like, ooh, someone's in trouble. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait a minute, because it's like, even though I haven't been drinking that night because I just came in to see her and give her smokes and stuff.
Because they had, they were completely slammed because it was someone's birthday party. The bar next to them was doing music karaoke. But I was also slammed because, I'm going to be honest, there was a Ghost Adventures marathon on. And so I had quite a few regulars who would come watch Ghost Adventures with us. And we had made a drinking game out of it.
Yes.
And so...
that was fun.
Yeah. And so, like, it was Ghost Adventures night. So, like, all 3 of these bars are packed. We can't hear anything going on.
Yeah, because between the music, people talking, and stuff like that, we didn't hear anything. And it was our 2 friends that just barely left. Or, like, they walked out. She came to pick him up. And, like, as soon as I walked in, they were in the process of walking out.
Yeah.
I went to go leave when I saw the lights, and I was like, I'm going to wait a minute. Like, even though I did not drink, you know, but it's like, I still kind of get nervous when I'm leaving a bar.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just came in to see you, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go grab my smokes out of the car so I can come in and have a smoke with you and see what's going on. The second I walked out to my car to grab my smokes, I look down and I see 2 cops standing at the end of our street, of our bar, with caution tape. And I'm like, something happened.
Yeah.
That's when I came in and I told you something happened because there's caution tape and 2 cops sitting right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm still not going to leave quite yet because I don't know what's going on. And then that's when, I forgot her name, but that's when she came in pissed off because her husband was in that bar that got shot up at.
And she didn't know what had happened at that point.
Yeah, she just knew that there was a shooting.
Yeah.
That's all she knew, is that there was a shooting. She didn't know the full story. And so she came in to have a drink, calm down, trying to figure out what was going on. And at that point is when I left, and when I was like, you know, I'm going to stay up.
Yeah.
Like, if you need me or need help, call me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that far. Like, call me, and I could be down here in less than, like, 2 minutes.
Well, and not just that, but then 2 weeks after that, I get a gun pulled on me. My boss says that I can't 86 the guy because he spends a lot of money there. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to dwell on that. Like, so at this point, like, I'm putting in applications other places because I'm like, no, I'm not going to sit here and deal with that. Like,
But he didn't only pull the gun on you. He went to go pull the gun on somebody else because he handed me the bullet saying that that's for him.
Yeah.
And it was a hollow point bullet.
Yeah.
Those things
And this
are
guy
meant
is
to kill.
also an Iraq war veteran and things like that. Like, he was going down a rocky slope, but he hands her bullets.
He handed me a bullet and said that it was for another person. And then he leaves, and then that's when he comes back in with the gun.
Yeah, and then I try and, like, because me, I don't know about the gun. No.
He had it well hidden.
Yeah, well, and at that point, I'm just like, hey, you're being way too aggressive. I need you to go home. Like,
Yeah.
And then he pulled a gun on me. But it was at just the right angle where it wasn't on camera. So I'm like, okay, you know what? No.
Yeah.
So I'm applying other places. While I'm applying at other places, the bar owner tells her that he wants to make her manager, starts making her go through all of the management training, gives her keys, whole 9 yards like that, and then the next day hires a girl and makes her manager. And then as soon as I found that out, I turned in my keys. I didn't go in for my shift, nothing like that. Like, I texted her preemptively. I was like, by the way,
I'm not coming in.
I will not be coming in now or ever again. And I feel like I'm pretty justified in that. Like,
I mean, and I don't blame you because you told him that he had a gun in the bar when all of the bars do not allow them. And so, yeah, he brought in the gun.
open carry or not, I don't want you in there shit canned with a gun.
Yeah. I mean, I did have a guy come in with, like, a big fucking, like, Bowie knife. But every time he would walk through the door, he would hand it to me. And it's like, okay. And I'll have it sitting in plain sight where he can see it.
Yeah.
And know that it's not going to get fucked with.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he'd walk in, he'd reach in, pull it out, and go. And so I would grab it, and I would put it behind the bar where I'll carefully hold on to it, and put it behind the bar where he can see it. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, what are you drinking? And I'll, of course, give him what he's drinking. And then, like, right as he goes to leave, he'll hand me money or his credit card or whatever, cash out his tab. And then after I have him sign the paper for him to leave, or sign the receipt, the second he signs the receipt, I'll hand, like, as he's walking out the door, or I'll make sure he shifts closer to the door. So all I have to do is just hand him the knife, and he can just walk right out the door.
Yeah.
And that was the same way every time he came in. Every time he saw me, he would hand it, or I think it was like all the bartenders.
I think so.
Or if he didn't have it on him, he would hold up his hands and turn around, so that way we could see he don't have it on him. And it's like, okay, what are you drinking?
Well, and and that's one of those. I think a lot of our stories also just kind of stem from the bar, just because I think that's the most haunted place we have ever worked.
Like, together.
Yeah.
But everything didn't happen. Like, there was a few things that did happen, but nothing got too bad until another bartender worked there and would sit there and do the shake a day.
She
or
was
shake a
My favorite. I loved her so much. Not
I almost punched her the other day.
oh no, I don't blame you at all for that. But also, like, I straight just did not like her, and she gave bad vibes.
Mm-hmm. And she would sit there, every time she would do shake a shift, she would sit there and shake the cup and be like, come on, spirits, give me good luck, come on, spirits, like calling them. And it's like, what are you doing? You don't do that.
Yeah, but also, like, why are you trying to win a $30 shake a day so hard?
Yeah.
It's
like, plus you're only going to get, like, $15 out of it, because like, a good chunk of it goes back into the shake a day.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you trying so hard to win not even $15?
Yeah. That's where, like, because for the most part, leading up until she started, a lot of stuff was just mostly mild, like, things letting us know that they were there. And a lot of the stories that we have shared with this podcast and everything going on was within a 1.5-year time span.
Yeah.
Because she was only there for 1.5 years. She left fired?
It was a mixture of both, because she didn't show up for half of our shifts, and so John kind of let her go because she wouldn't show up and wouldn't be sober.
Yes, okay. So she left fired.
Oh, and she was hitting on my husband so hard. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
Wait, you were there. You were bartending when I would get off shift, and I would be sitting there with the hubby because he wanted to get something to eat.
And she would try and, like, pull on his arm and lean on him. Now, keep in mind, she's dating one of our regulars, which, as a side note, don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
Don't date one of your regulars, because then if you guys break up, like they did, we lose that regular and the people who would come in with them.
But he still came in, but not when she was working or there.
Yeah, he would still come in on
minding
my
your
shift.
shifts.
Yeah.
But no, she would sit there and wear dresses and loudly announce that she wasn't wearing underwear and then spread her legs. So everybody could see that she's not wearing underwear. Yeah. It's like
60-year-old.
Ew. Yeah.
That's a choice.
Right?
Like,
it's like, be you, but at the same time, don't be gross about it.
don't be gross to get tips.
Yeah, let alone sitting on the opposite side of the bar when you're not working, loudly announcing you're not wearing underwear, and then showing your shit.
Yeah. I don't want to see that.
Nobody wants to see that. Well, Ty kind of, my hubby kind of heard what she said, and he's like, wait, what? And he looked as soon as she spread her legs, and he's like, nope. And he would turn his head.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
Well, and...
because he doesn't want to see that.
And she would also get mad at me. She's like, well, you get a lot of tips because you dress sleazy. And I'm like, I don't dress sleazy. I'm just naturally busty, and I have an affinity. I dress, like, a lot of the times it would be this hoodie, or I have a plaid shirt that I would wear open, but a lot of the times it's tank tops.
Yeah.
And leggings.
But you're dressing comfortably.
Yeah.
Like, because it does get either super hot in that bar or super cold.
Yeah. Like,
So you're dressing comfortably, and then there's me. I like to wear tank tops. Mm-hmm. I don't mind wearing, regular shirts if I have to.
I think
or if that's all I have left.
T-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, if that's all I have left, I'll wear a regular t-shirt, but I'll make sure I have something funny to say on it. Like, one of them that I just got when we went to Walmart with Brandy was the "Do Not Disturb Me, I've already been disturbed enough." Like, I'll wear that because it's like, it's funny, it's comfortable, it's light, and it's breathable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like wearing long sleeve shirts unless it's a hoodie because I'm cold. I don't really care much for short sleeve shirts because I always get farmer tan. I mean, I'm not very farmer tan now, but it's like I get farmer's tan.
I am... Oh, you can't really see it, but, like...
Yeah.
I was very red. Oh, yeah, it's because we've got the red light, so it looks balanced. But, I was very red, but...
Because when I went out to the lake, we ran out of sunscreen, so I was like, I'll be okay. And then I ended up scratching my chest because where my swimming suit sat, I started scratching my chest, and I was like, ow. I looked down, and it's, like, all red. I'm like, well, I mean, I did say I was going to be okay because... I'm starting to tan now. I'm no longer... I mean, I still burn, but it's turning into a tan.
I'm just more salty of the fact that I put on SPF 100. Yeah, SPF 100. We are in the shade. I am in the shade. That I have not touched sunlight. I did not spend prolonged periods in the sunlight. The longest I spent in the sunlight was walking from our house to the park, which is 4 blocks.
Yeah, it's not that far.
And there's also a bunch of trees on the way there anyway.
Yeah, so there's a lot of shade on the sidewalk where you walk.
I had no business being as sunburned as I was.
Yeah, no. I mean, with me, I could see that because we did have a canopy up where there was some shade. But it's like a lot of the times I was out in the sun, but of course I had my back to the sun. So my back did get kind of sunburnt, but it's like at the same time, it's like I really don't care.
Our lake that we have here does not look like this. It is surrounded by dirt and sagebrush.
Well, part of it does have the cliff.
Like, yeah, of course there's cliffy sides and stuff like that, but it doesn't have a lot of trees and shrubbery and stuff like that right next to it. A lot of it is shell
wide
rock
open.
And, yeah, wide open.
My favorite part is going and playing with the crawdads.
I do like, ooh, River Festival is coming up, and I'm gonna get me a crawfish bowl.
Oh, yum.
I know. I've been wanting a crawfish boil for the past, 2 years, but, every time... Hello? Alright. Can we don't?
I'm sure people are gonna love that.
Yeah. Speaking of spooks and stuff like that.
Hello?
Alright, so we just don't stay... Okay. Cool. Live there now. I don't know. Because, for reference, it was
hanging off the edge, but now it's like, oh, we forgot to put up the Death Note book.
We'll get there when we get there. Hello?
Can we just not? There we go.
Alright. See? We just... You know what? Just live there. I don't know. I'm done fucking with you. Oh my god.
There's twice now.
I know.
We're just not gonna deal with you right now.
Yeah, we're just gonna put you off to the void.
You're gonna stay since I got scared twice and squeaked. So you're welcome.
A lot of today has been a lot of rambling, some spooky talks. Would like to hear more spooky talks, but also we've got a deep dive.
Yes. Let's get into the deep dive. So we
spooky deep dive.
Because it. But no, and don't get me wrong, I did love working in that bar, especially when they would try and fuck with me. I would look at them like, really? You're gonna start this now?
Yeah.
You know, especially with the TV remotes, because I'd have one sitting next to me and I would go to grab it and it'd just move. I'm like, really? You're gonna start your shit with me now?
I don't want to.
It's like, dude, why are you fucking with me now? Why weren't you doing this earlier? Anyways, what you doing?
Sorry, I got a message on Reddit. Not from another person, but it was, so part of the reason that I was able to find those books on Spotify is because I'm on a Reddit page and I had asked for playlist recommendations because I love that Spotify will let me listen to audiobooks, and I also have Audible, but I listen to a lot of audiobooks because I absolutely love reading, but I have really bad ADHD, and the slightest thing will snap me out of being able to sit down and actually read.
See, I ended up getting the Five Nights at Freddy's 12-book collection.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on book number 3.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I got through the first 2.
But, and it's really hard, and especially because, I understand people are trying to be well-meaning, but don't come up while I'm reading and be like, what are you reading? You can see the cover. Leave me alone.
Right?
But then that little interaction right there, I can't get back into my book. And so a lot of the times I'll just listen to audiobook, because then I can just, yes, I can hear you. Now I'm back into my story.
Yeah. And see, and the Five Nights at Freddy's books are actually really good.
Yeah.
for the 2 that I read, it was really good. But then I found out in the 3rd one, for the little bit that I did have to start over because I was like completely lost. But the little bit that I did read, it's talking about the same hours that I work at my restaurant.
Oh no!
So they have the 3 different shifts. They have the morning shift, the afternoon shift, and the graveyard shift.
Yeah.
Their shift starts at 6 in the morning and goes until 2 in the afternoon. When they have the
so
afternoon,
it's the same thing.
the 2 to 10, and then the graveyard is 10 to 6. And I was like, why? And I was like, while I was reading it, I was like, why does that? Oh, that's my shifts.
Oh, there we go.
We good?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure you don't want to go get your butt pillow?
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. A lot of it is just, I'm not happy with the clothes I picked today, and so I'm trying to like maneuver.
Honestly, that's fair. Cause,
suitably.
I mean, mine are still riding up, but
Uh,
I'm good.
Well, and also the downfall is that like a lot of the books that I really enjoy or that I read a lot of are you can read them, but they have very specific scenes that like suck if someone interrupts you right in the middle of it and it just completely takes you out of it.
I know.
But are to be listened to with headphones.
Yeah.
I made that. But to be fair, one of them I didn't know was one of those books beforehand. I was told that it was a really good horror book.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, so I'll listen to it. And I put it on the TV while I was cleaning.
Oops. Hopefully the boys weren't home. The boys were home, weren't they?
I heard that, like, there was a key sentence, and I immediately was like, we're done with Spy.
We're done! You're done.
Yeah. Like, they didn't even finish that sentence. I was like, nope, gotta, like, get that out of there.
And gotta stop that because yep, we don't need them listening to that. Also, are we ready for the deep dive?
We are ready for the deep dive.
So, as the continuation of our deep dive, it here says that the evil queen tries to kill Snow White 3 times. Is where we left off.
Ooh.
So the evil queen apparently tried killing Snow White. Randy, I will get to you in a minute.
Randy!
My friend Randy is telling me that he is trying to get on to being a cop because he's already an EMT, a deep dive master because he knows how to dive.
He's an EMT and he hasn't sent us spooky stories?
I'm going to have to talk to him. I asked him if he was listening to our podcast, and he said no, that he'd been busy and stuff. I'm like,
Randy, send a story.
I'm sure he can send us some stories.
God.
Right?
What is this? Fucking... Tell him Frank Card off until you get at least 2 spooky stories.
Right? But, yeah. He's the one that had that tattoo that I showed you. Yeah. Cause when I asked him if he's, watched our podcast, and he's like, no, I've been busy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be my #1 fan. What the fuck?
Right? Like, get it together.
Well, technically now #2, because we're going to have her as... You... Shut up.
Thank you. Like, I told you, I will get there when I get there.
We're not even done recording, sir.
Yeah.
You can wait another 10-20 minutes. Or so, depending on how long this is. Because according to this, there's that.
Oh, God.
We're not done, so there might be
this
a
might
part...
actually be a 3
A 3-parter.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I'm aware. Oh.
Are we good?
Yeah, just stuck burp.
Ugh, I hate those. Anyway. So, the evil queen tried killing Snow White 3 times. In the Grimm version, the evil queen tries to kill Snow White 3 times. 4 if you count the huntsman's failed attempt. Sir!
Oh, hey, at least he texted instead of leaving a 30-minute long voicemail.
We are almost done, sir. Rude.
God damn it. Go ahead.
Failed attempts. In Disney's animated version, the Queen only tries to kill Snow White once with a poisoned apple. Disney streamlined the plot for 2 reasons. This...
Yeah, my dad.
Pause. Alright. So in the Disney animated version, the Queen only tries to kill Snow White once with a poisoned apple. Disney streamlined the plot for 2 reasons. Time constraints, brain, are the most obvious, but they also probably cut out the first 2 attempts on Snow White's life because being tricked 3 times made her seem more gullible than sweet. The first time the Queen tries to kill Snow White, the Queen dresses as a peddler, selling Snow White selling Snow White new laces for her corset. She crunches the laces so tightly that Snow White ceases breathing and falls down dead. The 7 dwarfs return home to cut the laces and Snow White revives. During the second attempt, the Queen disguises herself as another peddler and kills Snow White with a poisoned comb. The 7 dwarfs remove the comb when they return home, and Snow White wakes up. The third time, the Queen disguises herself as a crone and kills Snow White with a poisoned apple. She tricks Snow White into eating the apple by making one side tainted and one side safe, and taking a bite of the apple to entice Snow White to eating her half. The Disney animated version essentially the same in Snow White and the Huntsman. Queen Ravenna uses an illusion to disguise herself as William Sam Claflin, someone Snow White trusts from her childhood. Go away, and so apparently she tried killing Snow White technically 4 times if you count the Huntsman. Yeah. But once with laces for a corset, once with a comb, and then the third one with an apple. But in the Disney version, the only one you see is the failed attempt from the Huntsman, and then the poison apple.
So she just straight up was, which is so funny because it's like, because I know that they do the mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all.
Mm-hmm. And he said skin white as snow, lips red as a rose.
Yeah.
And hair black as coal.
Saying fairest of them all is also who's going to be the fairest, like not the most beautiful or anything else like that. Who's going to be the most fairest of them all?
And he practically listed Snow White.
Yeah, and he listed Snow White because she's ruling out of kindness, whereas she's ruling. The evil queen is ruling out of what am I getting out of it? And and so I think she might have misinterpreted what the mirror had been saying to her, and then was just straight up like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill her then." Okay, that's not gonna be ruling the fairest of them all,
right? Anyway, the prince and Snow White didn't meet until she wakes from death. In the Disney animated classic, Snow White and her prince meet once she runs away to the woods. He discovers her singing while working at the palace and approaches her. It is love at first sight, and Snow White is embarrassed that she is dressed in rags and runs away. When the evil queen gives Snow White the poisoned apple, the queen entices Snow White to eat the apple by telling her it's a wishing apple. Snow White wishes her prince would come for her before taking a bite and falling down dead. When Snow White awakens, from her perspective, it is almost as if the wishing apple worked.
Oh, that's fair, because from her perspective, she gets KO'd, not realizing she's actually been killed.
Right, because if you watch the Disney animated version of it, She has the apple, wishes for the prince to come, takes a bite, and she dies.
Mm-hmm.
So the 7 dwarves put her in a glass case, and then when they see the prince come, they take off the lid or glass coffin, and when the prince shows up, the 7 dwarves takes off the lid to the coffin, the prince kisses her, puts her up, she wakes, he puts her on his horse, and they start walking. But if you noticed that at the end, they're walking into the woods, but up in the sky is a castle.
Oh, so
She actually did die in the movie.
yeah, that would check out because like she actually did die, and he's helping get her
The guardian angel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also from her perspective, of course he's gonna show up like someone you think is tall, dark, and handsome. You're gonna want to follow her.
Oh yeah, like why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Isn't when the wait, how old is Snow White?
she was like 16, and the prince was like in his 20s. So she was fairly young,
Yeah, so that's very young.
or 18. Like she was still in her teens, and the prince was in his 20s.
That's fair.
I would look that up because
Yeah,
I
I'll look
could
that
be
up later.
wrong. Because I know Pocahontas was 15 and John Smith was in his 30s.
My Google history wants so bad for me to just be a normal person.
What's normal? Was I right or was I wrong?
Snow White's 14 years old.
Oh, I was wrong by a couple of years. And how old was the prince?
Uh, 18.
Okay, so I was closer with him than I was with her.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
He's 18 in the Disney version. I'm gonna need everybody to take a deep breath. In the Grimm's Tale, the prince is 31.
Ooh.
So Snow White is 14 still. Her age has not changed. The prince's age is the only one that has changed.
Ooh.
From 31 to 18. So they went, even back in the 40s, they went,
Right. Well, because back then, they said if they can bleed, they can breed. And that's...
That's fair.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, the prince is 30. Me and the prince are the same age.
Mm-hmm. Anyway...
Anyway, I want to brush my teeth now.
Right. In the Grimm version, the prince comes upon Snow White in her glass coffin in the forest, surrounded by the 7 dwarfs, who are still mourning her. The prince is so taken with Snow White's beauty that he asks the dwarfs if he can buy her. They say, "We will not sell it for all the gold in the world." The prince then adopts the new tactic, appealing to their emotions, saying, "Then give it to me, for I cannot live without being able to see Snow White. I will honor her and respect her as my most cherished one." The dwarfs aren't as creeped out as we are,
He is 31 years old.
and they allow the prince to take her glass coffin with him. Then the prince and Snow White meet for the first time after she awakens.
Necrophilia.
Yes. In the Grimm version of the story, Snow White is still a child, which is kind of what we were already talking about.
So, he bought the dead body.
No, he wanted to buy the dead body, but the dwarves wouldn't let him, so he said that if they let him take her, he would pretty much cherish her in the glass coffin. But we all know that ain't gonna happen.
But it's the kiss that wakes her.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me.
He probably fucked the dead body and woke her up.
You're telling me
Mm-hmm.
that a
31-year-old man kissed a 14-year-old or 12-year-old or however old.
30-year-old
14-year-old woke her up from her sleep.
He is 30.
Let's continue. Before you get any madder.
I guess I can. That kind of like circle back moment. Part of why I am salty is I dated this guy when I was 16. He lied to me about his age for 3 years. 3 years. Because we got together shortly after I turned 15. Shortly after I turned 15 years old, I moved out with him when I was 17. And we broke up when I was 17. Now, I want you to keep that in mind. When we first got together, he told me he was 20. And then, when we had moved in together, he left his driver's license out. And that's when I kind of did some basic math, because he left his... First off, he lied to me about what his name actually was. Didn't get the real name until he left the driver's license out. But he was a good... when we broke up, he was 32.
Oh.
That means he was 29 when we got together, when I was 15 years old. Hence why I'm like, oh.
But also, if you think about it, it's almost the same as mine and my husband's relationship.
Except for he didn't lie to you. He was very honest and upfront with you about the whole situation.
That's true. That is true.
Whereas I was brought in by lies.
True.
And threats.
Anyway.
Anyhow's it.
In the Grimm version of the fairy tale, Snow White is only 7 years old when her beauty eclipses the queen's. Snow White grew up and became her most beautiful. When she was 7 years old, she was as beautiful as the light of day, even more beautiful than the queen herself. This is when she is taken into the woods to die at the hands of the huntsman, but is spared and allowed to run away.
I'm glad I was never really a Disney kid.
I was, though. I was!
I'm feeling things.
Mm-hmm.
So, her lifespan is...
So she was 7 when the queen was around, or when the queen came into her life. But of course it wasn't until she got older when she really became the most fairest of them all, really beautiful. And that's when the queen decided she was going to get her revenge. Anyway, although she lives with the 7 dwarves long enough for the evil queen to make 3 attempts on her life, she is no more than 10 years old when she is in her glass coffin. In the Disney version of the story, Snow White is a teenager, making her romantic interest in the prince more understandable and less creepy. So she was only 10 when she died.
He had her for 4 years before kissing her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He had her for 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you think about it, she was 7 years old, but the huntsman allowed her to run away. So the huntsman didn't kill her.
Oh. No.
The huntsman let her go.
Well, isn't the huntsman and the prince the same?
No.
So she didn't actually meet the prince?
Nope. She was 10 years old when she was laid in her glass coffin because the queen made 3 attempts and the third one was the apple when she killed her. Or when she succeeded. Still, the Grimm version of the story leads us to view the prince as a predator who covets the beauty of a child. this one fact of the story just doesn't sit right with a modern audience. This aspect of the Grimm version is even more creepy than the queen being so jealous of a child's beauty, she is driven to homicidal madness. So the queen was driven mad because of how beautiful Snow White was.
Snow White is a victim?
Of SA and
Fucking
grooming.
necrophilia.
That too. Grooming, necrophilia, everything.
Because, God damn it. But, like,
Choked on
you
your own
had
words.
the body for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot to tip over that I'm not worried about, but there's my 4 years. You had the body of a 10-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm. For 4 years. Okay. One more.
Oh, it gets worse.
Did Disney make up True Love's kiss?
Probably. They made her 4 years older.
In the 1819 Grimm version of The Prince Begs the Seven Dwarfs for Snow White and her coffin, they take pity on him and allow him to take her away. One of the servants accidentally dropped the coffin during the journey back to the palace. The impact dislodges the poison apple from Snow White's throat when she awakens before agreeing to marry the prince. In 1812, Grimm version, the prince's obsession with Snow White is even more creepy. I'll move these over for you.
Thank you.
The prince's obsession with Snow White is even more creepy. He is just so fixated on Snow White's beauty that he can't even eat unless he is in her presence. The prince has his servants carry her coffin around the palace, so he is never far from her. Eventually, once one of the prince's servants opens the coffin and strikes Snow White in frustration, saying, "We are plagued the whole day long, just because of such a dead girl." The blow dislodges the poison apple, reviving her, and she agrees to marry the prince. So his servants are upset that they have to carry her coffin around all day long because the prince doesn't want to be far from her, won't eat unless she is nearby. And one of them got mad and frustrated that they took the glass case off the coffin and decided to beat her, which dislodged part of the poison apple that got stuck in her throat. And she awoke. There is no mention of True Love's kiss in either of the Brothers Grimm version of Snow White. Disney popularized the idea that True Love's kiss is a cure for a sleeping curse, and would soon use it again in their animated adaptation of Sleeping Beauty. Their True Love's kiss trope is used differently in Snow White and the Huntsman. In the Huntsman's kiss, that awakens Snow White, leaving their connection ambiguous while suggesting there might be a love triangle brewing between Snow White, the Huntsman, and William.
After everything she went through, she deserves a reverse harem.
Do you want to hear the next part? Because this is pretty good.
Oh, God. I'm scared.
It looks good, and I don't want to leave it on that cliff note. The evil queen's death is far more brutal.
Really? Oh, God.
Well, let's get into it then. In the Disney animated movie, the queen dies while disguised as a crone by following or falling to her death during the seven dwarfs' pursuit of the queen after she poisons Snow White. Lightning strikes the ledge the queen is standing on, and she falls. We don't see her body, but the way the vultures are looking at her like a meal leaves little doubt about her death. In the Grimm version, the wicked queen's death is far more gruesome than that. In the Grimm's tale, the queen is invited to the wedding of the prince and his princess. She consults with her mirror before attending the wedding, only to discover Snow White is alive. Despite her fear, the queen still attends the wedding, desperate to see Snow White with her own eyes. When the queen arrives, they force her to wear iron shoes glowing red hot from the fire, and she dances herself to death in agony. And I do remember that part. I do remember hearing that they put on iron shoes that they had sitting in the fire and glowed red hot before they put them on her feet. And she had to dance herself to death. You can see why Disney left out that violent ending. It is a truly horrifying way to die. Snow White and the Huntsman returns to the more gruesome folktale and adult themes. In the dark irritation of the story, Queen Ravenna dies at Snow White's hands during the fight between the two women. After it appears Ravenna has the upper hand, Snow White surprises Ravenna by stabbing her with a dagger, and the once proud and beautiful queen dies as an old woman, leaving behind a shriveled shell.
Oh.
So, I was kind of right on the Grimm version when I said that I did hear and read about the iron shoes.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I knew it was one of them, but I couldn't remember exactly which one it was. So, now I know I was right with it being Snow White, with her wearing the iron shoes.
Yeah, that...
But could you imagine wearing those after, because me and you aren't tenderfeet. Like, we can walk outside and cross rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
And my hubby gets mad at me when I do that, because he can't do that, because he has a tenderfoot.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
Little weird.
Well, he has good reasons of why.
Well, yeah.
You know, he did end up breaking his foot and then had a toothpick lodge itself in the side of his foot. It didn't break or anything, it just went straight through his foot.
That's right.
So, I don't blame him for being a tenderfoot. But, so, I could see... Okay.
So
I could see that. Because it's like, with us being hard feet...
It... Like, even so, that still sounds very...
agonizing.
Yeah. So, we got some cards pulled.
Yes.
Alright,
While I was in the middle of reading all of that, because that was a lot.
I'm gonna start with yours.
Okay.
Which, yours are very good.
Okay.
So, Four of Wands. Joy and harmony and celebration. The coming together of fruitful ideas.
Okay. Which I'm kind of full of right now at the moment.
Yeah.
That I told you about.
Ballet of Swords. Or blades in this case, but Ballet of Swords essentially. Intellectual curiosity. Be observant of your surroundings to find a proper outcome. I don't like mine.
Okay.
Five of Pentacles. Essentially, this one can kind of go two ways. And so I'm not really sure which way would work. But essentially, the first way is financial hardship, adversity, struggling. Whereas the other is overcoming adversity, finding resilience, and starting to feel the feelings of disengagement.
Okay.
Yes. And then the Four of Cups is reevaluate current situations, make sure you are taking the proper approach, and just ensure that those current situations, the reason there's that disengagement is because it's not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, we were told yesterday by the cards, both her deck and my deck. I'm trying to get back into my tarot readings again.
To do the cleaning.
To do the cleaning and also to take the break yesterday because of your dad's birthday, which I was okay with because, he did want to spend the day with you for the most part. And then me getting some bad news that kind of broke my heart.
Yeah.
Because with what he said is that it looks like it's going to end up around the week of my birthday.
Which, of course,
is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it makes sense of why I did kind of drown myself in distractible because it did, as it said, distract me.
Yeah.
But it was still that thought that was on my mind, so it's like I was going to call them up and talk to them. But at the same time, it's like I couldn't do so because I knew...
Is hard.
Because I knew that he wasn't going to be there for very long, so it's like I would just rather...
Essentially, we were told, like, take a break, take some rest.
Take some time for yourself and rejuvenate so that way you can have a fresh set of mind.
Which the last time we did a reading, it said, take the time, reevaluate yourself. Oswald's sleeping on the stairs. But, take some time, reevaluate, kind of, like, recess, and honestly that's exactly what we did yesterday, was take some time, reevaluate ourselves, kind of get back into a good standing.
And that was also when we got attacked by the spooter. And we ended up having to cut out that entire reading because it was more of an attack on me than it was anything. So
and mine's, honestly, it just makes sense just because, like, I do have feelings of, like, burnout and things like that. Like, I get very frustrated because I'm in this position of, like, I am just kind of going through the motions of what I need to do to be able to pay my bills. But I have no joy or fulfillment in what I'm doing.
Right. But it's, like, at the same time with us taking a break, because we have been doing this literally a month straight now.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday... Thursdays are our normal recording days. I can speak. Is our normal recording days, but with her dad and my situation, I was like, I was not in the right mindset to try and record because it's like I had that weighing heavy on me. So I was like, can we just postpone it?
Yeah.
Because I know not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, we're going to have to postpone.
Yeah.
For a later time or an earlier time or...
Figure out where everybody's... Because that schedule hasn't even been posted yet.
Yeah.
So, like, neither of us know exactly, like, what's going on that day. So this next week, we're going to just have that later.
Yeah, right now it's kind of up in the air because I know that they're having me work the partial grave this coming week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be working the partial grave, but it's like, how does the rest of my week go? Like, am I going to be driving those days? Am I going to be working in the diner these days? Like, if I'm going to be driving, then it'll be okay because I get off at 2, and then I can, because the thing doesn't start until 6.
Yeah.
So I can come over, like, right after work, not even worry, or still going to have to go get Native Son and stuff so that way I can feed Ty, because I'm going to be eating at Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Because that's where this is at. So I'm going to have to go get the food and everything and then try and come over here, record really quick, and then I can go. Because it doesn't start until 6, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to want to hang out until about 5:30.
Yeah. Well, and of course, those are things that, like, feeling that disengagement and stuff like that, that makes sense just because we're starting a whole bunch of new ventures.
Yeah, like, we're kind of piling this on ourselves, like, all at once, and we're not taking the time to assess how we're doing it. We're just like, go, 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 go,
Well, and I'm also just kind of in that mindset of like I'm so burnt out doing what I have been doing that I'm like, let's just go, let's get it done, let's get to a point where we're actually doing this, because like I don't want to do this,
Right.
because like I don't mind customer service.
We get good stories out of it.
Like, you get good stories out of it, but I'm also exhausted. I'm burnt out. My social battery runs out. Like, I get very frustrated, and like I know that even though customer service is something that I am very good at, it's not something that brings me joy. And so, like, I try and branch out from that.
Right. And us doing this brings us joy, because honestly, I'm the same way as you. It's like, I've been doing it for so long, and it's like, I just... my social batteries, like, even before I even show up, my social battery is on empty, like, way past empty. It's like, you put in new batteries, and it's like, I'm dead. Yeah. Already.
Well,
but it's like, doing this, and then possibly starting our cleaning service would be better, because we're going to be our own bosses. Like, we won't have to really listen to anybody but ourselves.
It's also going to make it easier for
us
in the long run, because that's going to allow us the time that we need with our families, allow us to make our own schedules, be able to have that communication, but also be able to do it on our own terms.
Yeah, like have things set up with people. So that way it's like, okay, you work on this day, we'll show up on this day at this time, get your whatever it is you need cleaned, and then by the time you get off work, or when we get done, your house will be clean, your stuff will be done, and then all you have to do is just come home and relax, because you don't have to worry or stress because your house is a disaster.
Well, and you know, the good news is with our outcomes, one of the other ones that we did get was 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles encourages you to stay the course, even when progress feels slow. It emphasizes that consistent effort, even if it doesn't yield immediate results, is building a strong foundation for future success. Which
we already kind of figured would happen, because it's like, starting the cleaning business, we know it's going to be kind of like a little bit of a rocky start at first, because it's like, you know, getting clients
together and making
a schedule. Making a schedule with them, so that way we can show up on certain days, certain times, and even if they're home, that's fine. Like, we'll talk to them and tell them everything that we're gonna do, and you know, like, hey, do you want us to use these cleaning products that we brought, or do you have your own that you prefer? Because some people do have allergies to certain cleaning products.
Because I know that with us doing this, bleach is one of those things that we wouldn't be able to use, because both you and I are allergic to it.
Yes.
So we had to find workarounds.
And we have found plenty of workarounds that work, honestly, amazingly with us. And we don't have an allergic reaction. Like, I still use bleach.
Yeah.
Because there are times that I have to. Like, I'll still use it, but at the end, I'm just done.
I use bleach. But if there's no mold, then a lot of times it's Simple Green. Or Bartender's Friend.
Yes.
Which, Bartender's Friend is such a nice, just general cleaner. Love that.
Oh, yeah.
It gets everything up. But,
or in case of, you know, floors, Fabuloso.
Oh God, I love it.
I do too, especially the lavender smell. Ugh.
I usually either get the lavender, but they came out with a new summer scent.
Ooh, I
and
have.
That's the one that I've been using on my floors the past couple of weeks, and it smells good.
Oh yeah.
Also, I feel like the last card is kind of like a little reminder for me, especially with the cards that I got. But, the Sun in reverse can indicate a period where you might be questioning your abilities and feeling insecure. Check your insecurities and understand that you are heading the right path, and take some time for introspection or feeling of being blocked from experiences and happiness.
That almost sounds like a dig.
Right?
Almost, but
like, it does make sense though, because I do. And I know that I've mentioned this multiple times on this podcast, I struggle with feelings of self-doubt, I struggle with feelings of insecurities and things like that.
And honestly,
block me from doing things that I wanted.
Right, and I mean, we did talk about it on the past couple episodes of our podcast where we were talking about eating disorders and stuff like that. And of course, yes, in my family, it does run in my family.
Yeah.
And also so does anorexia. But it's like I have overcame one, but I have not overcame the other.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I did tell you that I had a really cute shirt that I would love to wear.
Yeah.
And I did have the confidence to wear it in front of my husband because it's like I wanted to see what it was going to look like on me.
Yeah.
And so I showed it to the husband, and he said that it did look good on me. And then on our last episode, or one of the other episodes, I did end up putting it on and sending it to you.
And you looked super cute.
Mm-hmm. But now you can see why I didn't have the confidence to wear it, because it does show off the stomach. But when I did have pretty much what people would call my pregnant belly, even though I'm not pregnant, by the way, I just got fat in my stomach. It rode up to where it would show all of my stomach, and so that's why I was kind of insecure. But then it's like, with me losing the weight, I did weigh myself again. I'm still 121.
I weighed myself, and now keep in mind, I am just barely starting my process journey and trying to do this in a healthy manner. But essentially, so far, I know for a fact that I am down in weight. I know that I have definitely lost some weight before I got the scale, because it had been getting pointed out to me by other people.
Even my husband pointed it out too.
Exactly. And usually for the point to it actually start getting noticeable to other people is usually about 10 pounds. Now, that's where it kind of hurt my feel good, because, like, I got on that scale and it said 161 pounds.
But honestly, it's healthy weight, though.
And, like, I feel simultaneously like it's healthy and unhealthy weight, just because I know that...
Snacks.
Yeah.
We love our snacks, but that's
a lot
the
of it
unhealthy
is
part.
snacks, but also, like, I stopped my workout routine, my healthier eating. I got into a rut, because, like, my mom passed away and I just stopped everything. And then started kind of coming out of it at the beginning of this year and starting to try and push forward.
Right.
And that's where I'm like, you know what, I need to get it together. And now I'm like, okay, so I gained a lot more weight than I thought.
And I did notice it too, but I know with your insecurities, I didn't want to say anything because it's like, I'm an honest friend with her. Like, if she asks me, like, do I look fat or do I look this way, I'm not going to lie to her and say, no, you look good. It's like, you look a little chunky, but at the same time, it's like, I get it, because you saw me when my mom died. Like, I did eat, but at the same time, I didn't eat. So it's like, it was a toss-up. Husband did make me eat because he didn't want me to get sick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I would only eat a couple bites and be done, because it's like, I didn't feel like eating.
Yeah. And then
I have
me where I go full bore into eating my feelings. And, of course, that's where, like, I'm like, okay, you know what? That's that.
Yeah. But it's like, with you being in that rut and then me being in mine, because we lost our moms 1 year apart.
Yeah. 1 year and 2 months apart.
Because yours was in...
Mine was on Memorial Day.
And then mine was in June.
Yeah, so, and Memorial Day's in May.
Yep. So you lost yours in May, I lost mine in June.
Yeah.
So literally a month apart, almost.
Yeah, and of course,
a year.
That, of course, causes a lot of recessing and trying to figure out, like, where everything's sitting, like, what... And that also put me in a position of, like, what am I wanting to do going forward?
Right.
And I had some ideas of what I was wanting to do, or things that I wanted to accomplish, and then realizing that, first off, I need to set realistic goals for myself, for things that I want to do. Because, like, I did take a good chunk of time to just sit down and recess and realize where things are that I'm wanting. I snap out of my situation. I realized that I felt really good when I was working out. I felt really good when I was eating healthy. Like, I felt confident and able to do these things on a regular basis.
And, of course, with us trying to get this desk that we so happened to get for free $99, neither one of us could lift it.
No, whereas like even 2 years ago, me and you would have had no issue.
Yeah, like we were lifting kegs left and right, like no problem. And then
Yeah.
it's like we quit bartending, and it's like, hey, I found a desk for free. Come help me lift it. To
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Well, and so now I'm getting back into my workout routine. I'm starting to like look at pricing, communicating, and things like that, just so that way, because at the end of the day, both me and you are in the same boat of we don't want to work for others anymore. So that leaves the option of working for ourselves. Okay,
Yeah.
well, what do we need to make a month to be able to be sustainable, or even like start building up some savings and stuff like that?
Right.
Because
Because we can have it together, just split it equally,
yeah.
and then we can go from there.
Exactly. And so now we know exactly what we would need to do, or well, I guess not know exactly, but we have a very
We have an
rudimentary-
idea.
Yeah.
We have an idea of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and then we just need to get stuff, get everything set up, and then we would be good to go.
Yeah. And essentially I'm looking into contacting a few people, seeing what I can do there, and just kind of getting things set up, because at the end of the day, like, I know that getting bills paid is important, but
Yes.
also, like, I know Christmas is coming up, which also right before Christmas is a birthday. But also we're in a weird position as well, just because our lease is up in October for this place, and so we're like, okay, well, do we want to continue doing this play? But then again, with the cost of what this place is, we can't afford to move
Yeah.
unless they carry our deposit over to some.
Yeah, which not a lot of places do. And honestly, the boys love this house. So
Oh, and I love this house too. I think the biggest problem is just how expensive everything is.
yeah.
Because right now, so just the rent is $1,950 a month.
That's about the same amount as my house.
Yeah, and so we're paying $1,950 a month. We pay all of the utilities.
Yeah.
Which normally wouldn't be something that's too bad, except for trying to get other miscellaneous bills taken care of that we had outside of this.
Yes.
So, like, one of those was the fact that I have a DSA loan.
Yeah.
Plus, of course, paying for the mouth surgery that I had at the beginning of the year.
That was
That
fun.
That was a whole process, but yeah, paying for my mouth surgery, which I actually almost have completely paid off, which I'm super excited about.
Yes.
But yeah, so I have my mouth surgery, and then I am also paying like a few other subscription services and stuff like that. So like it's just a matter of like
Yeah.
making sure.
Making sure we make enough to where we are both paying off bills and
Yeah.
stuff. But eventually we'll get everything set up.
Yeah. So if you live in our area or know us, hit us up and we'll discuss some pricing.
Yes.
But I do believe that covers it today.
Yes.
So, as per usual, be safe. Don't get kidnapped.
Or do.
Yeah, as long as you use PTO behind it.
Yes.
Goodbye.
They've got hex appeal, lace and steel. Every word they speak makes shadows kneel.